to start up? Let me show you exactly how we start a helicopter. So, down here first, I'm twisting the twaddle, and there's a little round thing there, and that gives it the friction, so it takes all the frictions off. And what you do, you check forwards, backwards, sideways, and you do not do that carefully, you do that robustly. Because let me tell you, if that thing comes off in your hand, in the sky, you are going to be thinking, I wish I'd have checked it more on the ground. So, that's what you do. You give it a really good push and shove. So, we're ready to go. First thing we do is we're going to put the battery switch on. Then we're going to check fuel pressure. Fuel pressure pump 1, fuel pressure pump 2. Then both out. Then we're going to check the emergency lights straight across and make sure all they're working, and they're working perfectly. So, look outside and check nobody's walking towards us. Look at the temperature before we actually press the button, and then we're going to press the starter, and then this here is going to go up to between 15 and 18%. Are you ready, Sarah? Are you excited? I can tell. So, 3, 2, 1, clear prop, boom. So it's going to be going up shortly, 15, 16, you can hear it tick, tick, ticking, that's like a spark plug that's going to ignite, and then the dial above it, which is the turbo outlet pressure, that's jumping up to over 800 degrees in just 2 seconds. Hooray! And then what we do now is the one below it, the gas producer, we're going to get that to 60%, or just under actually at 58%. And then we're going to let go. I can smell jet fuel coming through the window. It's the most wonderful smell. And then we let go of everything, and then we wait for 60 seconds. So 60 seconds then, we are waiting for everything to start warming up. We're keeping an eye on this red switch here, because this red switch here is the switch that's telling us that we're using battery power. Now, battery power is something important, because we do not want to be stop sucking cold air to go around the combustion chamber, because that would give us a serious problem. It would then explode if we haven't got enough cold air. So, we've probably got about another 20 seconds, and then I can start turning this gas producer dial here up to 70%, and then at 70% I can then look up here and I can turn the generator on. So, we've got round about another 15 seconds, we monitor everything, we're looking at keeping things in the greens all the way around, we've got plenty of fuel, we've got over 75 gallons of fuel, and that'll probably take us just under 3 hours of flying. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, I can now grab the throttle, and then I can turn the throttle up another 1/4 of an inch, which takes this to just around 70%, and then we look up, and I turn the generator switch on here, boom! The light goes off, and then we can breathe. Breathing's good, because then you know that everything is self-perpetuating, which is wonderful news. So, now what we do is start to turn things on, because the battery's being charged by the generator and everything's wonderful. So, we put the gyro on, position light on, anti-collision light on, the fuel pumps are already in, we then go to the back and put on the rest of the switches. So, we then move this all the way around to where we're going, and we then pull on that to centralise it. Now, my height above sea level, excuse me, I'm snotting here, my height above sea level here at my home is around about 415, 420 feet above sea level. So I know that for a fact, and that ain't going to change much. So we've put in 420 foot there, we've leveled on there, we've got the line straight there, and then we're going to start winding up the power. We're going to make sure we don't go above 40% on the torque, and we're going to wind this up. So down here is the throttle. So I start to wind her up gently. I keep hold of the cyclic, and we're winding her up. Oh, that's nice, that's nice. Feels she's getting ready to fly. Hooray! Up to 100%. Now, it's probably just on 100 there. I can increase or decrease this switch here by pressing that once. That'll take that down a little smidgen by pressing it back up. That'll increase it by a tiny smidgen, almost 1%. But at this moment in time, she's ready to fly, other than the hydraulics. So what I'm going to do now is put on my seatbelt, and then we're going to go flying. Hooray! See you soon, everybody. Ta-ra, she's really